Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I surpass peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our story.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? People, glory, praise, and honor.
John DeMarco.
Happy Monday. Let me go ahead and adjust this real quick. I'm getting more accustomed to this look right here. Let me go ahead and switch that out. Yeah, that's more like it. I like this better. I hope all is well with everybody this lovely, lovely Monday morning. Let this week be well with you, productive. Don't stress. Don't let nobody get you bent out of shape. Don't let the negativity and the thoughts of the enemy cloud your better judgment. I hope you don't. It's still early. By the time Wednesday rolls around, people are typically irritated and hell of annoyed. Don't let that be you. So whatever they got on them, rebuke it. Keep doing what you got to do. Understand, like, when people have demonic energies, when they have skeletons and iniquity, and they're filled with resentment and mirth and bitterness, that is a spirit that they have attached to them. And if you don't use your discernment and reject that, what'll happen is you'll end up with their mess on top of yours. And then you'll be angry. You'll basically be right alongside them. It's no different than if somebody spreads gossip or a rumor. It just passes on to the next person until it's out of control. So you have to have it in your head right now, like right now, not tomorrow, not 5 minutes from later. You got to have it in your head right now that you ain't about to allow someone else's bullshit to rub off on you. You hear me? Shout outs to my poets, my writers, my content creators. I hope all is well with each and every one of you. Rob, Sydney, the whole panel, the whole crew. Much love. I appreciate the new subscribers. Thank y'all for locking in with me. You see the title. This is bigger than just her. But I want to address this particular subject because a lot of us still continue to do it. We continue to turn on our devices, our apps, and we'll go scrolling for information. We'll go scrolling for entertainment. And we're seeking advice, and we're seeking tips, and we're seeking knowledge in every place but the place that we should be looking for. This gentleman that I got on this clip is just the segue to a few others that I'm going to play. And I want to point out some contradictory factoids that were being put on display for the populace. Ultimately, we have a group of panderers and grifters that are just making money off of you, successfully implementing their own ploys and methods of attack to get you out of your wallet and into theirs. So, like, share, repost, let the people know that we are on. You will see me later. But for now, grab you something to drink, coffee, tea, whatever. Let's have a conversation, shall we? So, let's pull up this bad boy right here. Put this on the big screen really quick. Shout out to this brother, man. I like how he phrased this. Maybe I should have rephrased my title too, but that's cool. Let's play this first one. I'm gonna address what he's talking about.
Horsemen of relationship gurus that women need to stop listening to. First, we have Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle herself. And then we have How to Finesse a Rich Man Out of His Money, Miss Ashley Dalton. And then we have the Queen of the Birds, the bird feeder herself, Miss Kendra G. And then we have Miss Pretty Privilege. Miss I won't date a man if he's making $70K because that's not enough. Now, if you listen to these women, you are a fan of these women, you will notice that they all have one thing in common. They all want a man with money. They are trying to coach women on how to get men with money, but they're not really coaching women how to get into a solid, long-lasting relationship. And that's why this post is so funny, because they're the four horsemen of relationship gurus that women need to stop listening to because they ain't leading you nowhere other than staying single. And
You know what's funny about this? I took a nice little scroll through the comment sections of his post because that one went viral. And you guess what I found? You probably already know. You got a long list of women who say he don't know what he's talking about. Such and such is not this, such and such is not that. I don't know about the other ones, but I know she actually helps. She actually saved me. She actually does not give out relationship advice. Ladies and gentlemen, You know what's scary about all of this? The lack of context that people apply to social media. Think about this for a second. Just because someone sounds smart, that doesn't mean they're actually smart. Just because a person wears all this expensive jewelry does not mean that they're successful in life. Just because a person has 270,000 people following them does not mean that they are in any position to give a single soul tips on a fucking thing. I need y'all to check my catalog. Go back to the show that we did on grifting. We did a show on grifting. We did a show on pandering. We did a show on emotional manipulation. And thank me later. What women don't understand, what a lot of people don't understand, the reality of it is this is a market. This is a business. The men and women who use social media to market and actually invest time into. They're not just talking just to be talking. They're doing this shit with a purpose. Off camera, they have a marketing team, or maybe a one or two individuals that they are close to, and they have a setup, a schematic of things that they see, and they're trying to scale it down best as possible to the point to where their messages target a specific group of people. That group of individuals are the ones that are more than likely going to be affected effectively by their content. But you don't understand, this is business. This does not have nothing to do with moral compass. This has nothing to do with them wanting to be here because they love and care about you and they want to see you better and they want to see you climb to the heights of success that they are. It ain't got nothing to do with that. This is about control. This is about money, revenue, creating a successful, reoccurring string of economical return. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you articulate and execute your goals in such a way that it keeps folks who don't use critical thinking to their advantage. So the shit'll sound pretty. It'll sound like the shit makes sense. But you don't know how to pick the holes in their bullshit, their stories. So it come off as if they're being like this savior and relief to all of your burdens. And the truth be told, these motherfuckers is just reading off of a playbook. All it is a playbook. They have a strategy, and they're going play by play to make sure that it not only accommodates the weak-minded and the broken in spirit and people who are just accustomed. Like women know women, they know you're delusional as shit. They already got it set in their mind that everything that they do and say is right and correct, and you can't be told no. And this, they already know how a lot of you operate. They attack you. That's why y'all get so offended. It's hard for you to believe that maybe you're getting played, right? Well, I got another one for you that I want to show. This right here, if you don't understand context, you are fucked. If you don't read in between the lines, you are fucked. People like Shira 7, Dr. Sarah, all this, they're chameleons. They say shit that sounds good, but they're blending in hypocrisy with contradictory actions, and you're getting confused by the two. You think that they're actually doing good for you when actually they're keeping you double-minded the whole entire time. Now, let me bring this up here really quick. Exhibit B. Now, this woman, Shira 7, she's going to tell you that there's plenty of men outside that wants to date. Pardon me, not Shira 7. This is the other woman that he was describing. She's telling you, shout outs, Chef. Appreciate you pulling up, sir. He's going to tell you there's plenty of dudes out here that's looking for a relationship, etc., etc. But if you don't understand the context and you can't read in between the lines, you're going to miss some real jewels here. I'm going to let it play. Hold up.
My single ladies who are not decentering men and you're actually looking for a relationship, the men are outside. The men are outside. And not only are they outside, they are approaching. And not only are they approaching, they're approaching and asking, can I take you to dinner tonight? Not coffee, but to dinner. Not only are they asking, can I take you to dinner? They're also asking, where would you like to go for dinner? So I know a lot of times we get caught up in the internet world because we're so busy or we're chronically online and we're not actually out in the real world living in reality. So you're thinking that these type of men don't exist. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who's not looking, right? As someone who's not looking, there are men aggressively approaching. And when I say aggressively, I'm not saying like life-threatening now, but I mean they are coming with it, determined, persistent. Hey, beautiful. Hey, what do you like? What do you need? Where do you want to go? Energy. The 3 W's. They're coming with the 3 W's. Where, when, what would you like to do? So don't be discouraged. Get out the house. Like, that's all that's it. And I'm using this old school. This is an old school curling iron.
All right. Let's go ahead and poke holes in her bullshit, her grifting and her pandering. Notice She said they. Who is they? Who is this they that she's speaking of? She's talking about a specific type of dude. She's not talking about every guy. Everything that she described is about a specific guy. Matter of fact, scratch that. She's being extremely vague. You know why she's being vague? Because when she says there are men out there that's willing to aggressively pursue you and ask you out and take you out and et cetera, no shit. We already know that. Men are consistently in pursuit of women. But what she's not telling you is in 2025, that shit has declined a lot. And what she's not mentioning is that while, yes, men typically are consistent in pursuing women, you don't want half the motherfuckers that y'all be that she's talking about. Y'all niggas get hit on all day, every day. Most of you. You can say you don't, and you do. I know you do. Most of you are always in constant abundance of male validation. On and off the internet. That's a part that she's not even understanding, which I have to call bullshit on too. Ma'am, women get attention on and off camera. It wouldn't fucking make a difference if they live inside the house. As soon as they step outside the house, it's going to be the same thing outside that it is inside. But what you're forgetting is y'all complain. These dusty ass, broke ass men, these ugly ass men keep on hollering at me. I don't want to. That's who you are not mentioning. When you say there's men out here that's willing to do this, you're talking about folks that got money. You're talking about people that they're actually attracted to. You're not talking about the average working dude. That's what I mean by vague. She's been very vague about this shit. And y'all can't even see what she was really speaking about. She won't tell you to go holler at her average working dude. Her model is go after a certain archetype of man that will take care of you even though you got your own money. Everybody else is invisible. Where's the quality at? Is he a good dude? Is he a man of God? Does he walk with certain principles and morals? She doesn't speak on any of that. What she's telling you is all you got to do is be presentable and look good and make sure that you know, on your stuff, and you'll run into a guy who makes $200,000, $400,000 a year. That's the translation. Right. Just reality of the internet versus being out here in the street, completely different. You ignore everybody on the internet just as much as women ignore every guy on the internet as much as they ignore every guy that is on the street, unless you are their type. This is what I'm talking about when they talk like they just big, important, guru of life and they can tell you what is going to bring you quality and quantity. They're full of shit. They just playing on your fucking emotions. They're playing on your feelings. They know how easy it is to if I dedicated my entire life to just catering and lying to fucking women, my channel would have blown up way quicker. All you got to do is agree with everything they fucking say, and basically tell them, no, you're not wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't say nothing wrong. Nope, you're perfect. All you gotta do is lie and keep lying. That's all they want to hear. And here's the thing: when the average dude, good man, etc., finds his good woman, that good woman is the best thing to happen to him. Exactly. See, pandering women, people like Kendra G, Sarah, and these other two that's a part of this list, they have different styles. I need you to like understand what I'm talking about, because everybody's delivery on social media is different. You're not going to gravitate towards everything that you hear and see. For me personally, I'm a slow talker. I don't rush through my words. I'm not loud. I'm not constant. I'm not that. I like to take my time through my thought process. Some people are good at one thing versus the other. These women have refined their market. That's pretty much all I can say. They are attacking a specific group of individuals based on their needs and wants, and they hone in on it, and they multiply and intensify their approach to getting their attention. A dude who's really into a woman, the guy that typically will get ignored is most likely the one that's going to be solid with you for life. See, when you're humble and you haven't been affected by the opinions of other people, you have a better chance at creating something long lasting, because you're not allowing the internet or the views of superficial people to control or dictate how your relationships or your connections are run. But that's only if you ain't out here listening to people who are objectively biased. You can't be in a position to talk to hundreds and thousands of people telling half truths or half lies, or just being vague. Being vague is probably what gets people in a lot of shit, because you're not really being completely clear. But I mean, I digress. Let me finish what she said. I got another clip I'm gonna play here in a second.
My granny gave me hold on. Okay, I do not the T3 chat. I do the old school me, baby. And as always, if you need help, leveling up your look, if you need help where to go in your city, how should I dress, what should I do so men can approach me. Again, if you're not looking to decenter men and you're ready to date, you can always schedule a one-on-one call with me, okay? Shameless plug, but I'm just saying, if you need just help starting, just, girl, book the call. Just book the call. I'm curling my hair right now.
See how she just threw that in there? She pretended like she actually give a shit about you, like she want to help. But why does it cost for you to get the help? Why you just can't go to your friends or your family for fashion tips? Why you can't go to somebody in your circle for that? Why you gotta pay for a consultation on how to dress? Why you just can't tell? Why you just can't tell people here, like right here? Talk to them here about the do's and do nots. Why must I pay $29.99 to have a one-on-one session with you about the same things that you're gonna say here? You're not gonna say nothing different to me one-on-one that you wouldn't say here. It's all a form of manipulation. All a form of manipulation. So excuse me if I have a hard time expecting the truth from a bunch of people who are emotional, irrational, and don't have the capabilities of being humble in any type of situation. All you care about is the attention that you're getting. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro. This is exactly what it is. And then you'll get upset and argue and fight in the comment section with other men and other women who have an objectively different opinion about what they see. They're not controlled. They're probably woke. You put the same sheet of paper in front of somebody, but the line is slightly off on one versus the other. There are people who are going to think that piece of paper is the same. There's no different with these fake life coaches and shit that be up here on TV pretending to be they're using y'all, man. Of course, most don't care. And so you fall under this thing. You come to me with any of these talking points or any of these bullshit bullet points that you hear from Kendrick Hill, you want to get disqualified. I'm gonna treat you just like what I see. Disposable. You're temporary. I'll never take you serious because you on some other shit. You're all about yourself. This ain't about me and you. This is about you and you. Ain't nobody got time for that. And y'all playing with fire. Like that shit is. Did the women who move in these spaces like Kendra G and Shira 7 and Sarah, y'all playing a dangerous and dirty game because your advice is fucking people over. It really is. You're being vague. You're playing both sides. You want to be Kevin Samuels, but you want to talk shit about Kevin Samuels. You want to be Red Pill, but you want to talk shit against Red Pill. You want to cater to the feelings and the emotions and the needs of women who are stubborn and rebellious, and then sprinkle in a little bit of truth to make it look like you're being fair. I know exactly what the hell is going on. Let me go to this next clip. Now, this one right here is a conversation with Miss Sarah And Miss Sarah, she's basically telling the world that if a boat with her husband and child, it capsized, and she had to save one, she would save her husband. And that pissed off a lot of women. Matter of fact, it pissed off all of them. I don't think one agreed with her. And but I'm gonna let y'all hear it because I might have heard something different. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me bring this back up.
You and your husband and your child go out on your sailboat.
Okay.
The sailboat gets shut. It's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children. This is an impossible choice. You also have to understand that my hierarchy in my life.
I agree.
God, my man,
husband,
my children,
everything else.
And also, I just want to emphasize spouse.
Your baby and your man is in the water.
Yeah.
Your baby look like a baby. Your man look like a grown man. I'm saving my baby. Like, I love my wife, but like I just feel like
What if she's incapacitated? What if she's knocked out?
I feel like she would be mad at me if I saved her.
She would, but she would get over it because now you a single daddy.
As a man, I can't even like go back and be like, oh yeah, I saved my wife, I let the baby die. Who am I gonna go tell that story to?
Everybody.
Like, that sounds crazy.
Let me tell you this. This is why having an integrity point and barometer with self is so important. Because if somebody said to me, you let your kids die and you saved your husband, absolutely. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't grieve, that I wouldn't be sad. I'd probably ask myself, did I make the right choice? Oh my God, are we ever going to have children again? You know, I'm getting up there in age. Having kids is hard. All of these things are real things, but I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody has to say about any decision that I made because I did it and I meant it.
Reverse situation.
Yes,
husband,
yes,
you love so much,
yes.
on that boat, and you and the baby.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you want him to do?
I would want him to save the child, but I would understand why he chose me.
You would be happy with him after he chose you, not the child?
This is such a challenging choice, but ultimately, my husband, I so recklessly trust my husband that in that moment, that's what made sense to him.
You can't.
And I might be mad.
Yeah.
I'm already geriatric. We might never be able to have kids again, and the grieving would be crazy for sure. But if he chose me over our children, there's a reason why. God's not done with me yet. People love the word until it's inconvenient, until there's judgment and bias around it. But when you think biblically, husband and wife should submit unto each other. You come first. You are the home front. You are the union. After God comes my husband. If I got to choose between my parents, whom I love, my mom is my very best friend, and my husband, I'm choosing my husband. And this is the problem. People are confusing marriage with being husband and wife. Those are two very different things.
Say that one more time.
Husband or wife means I am committed to this. I am submitted to the mission. I got you no matter what, under the eyes of God, through sickness and health, through all of the things that may come. That is my husband. Not I got married. Most people are just married, but they'll never experience what it means to be husband or wife. They're weak and they quit and they give up and they say, oh, well, it's just easier if I get divorced. So for me, when I have not a husband, but I have my husband, my God-sent husband, the husband that I have been waiting and praying for. When that is my guy and I make a commitment under God, he's first. I no longer belong to my father.
Can we translate that for a second? You know, this is what I'm talking about. This is probably one of the best ways to get people to understand that there's always something beneath the surface within these messages that they be talking. This is my opinion. You see how she played the whole thing. She brought in biblical aspects. She didn't give you no scripture though. Did she give you one scripture to substantiate her claim? That's one. I personally would rather follow the doctrine. If this is word and law, That's one thing. But she didn't even give you scripture. So it sounds good and everything, but I'm like, you kind of playing around with God right now. Unless you can give me something I can look at, I can pull up, like my Bible's right here. Give me scripture where I can read this and all right. Another thing that I want to address. To me, the only reason why she said she would choose her husband over her child is because, and this is going to be an unpopular take, she's only choosing her husband over her child because she's probably going to have a harder time meeting a man that makes the type of money that her husband makes. Women like Sarah here, they don't want to spend their money. They want to spend yours. Women like Sarah want you to make excessively and exceedingly more than them. She's already admitted she's not dealing with somebody who makes 60, 70,000 a year. You have to make more than her. And on top of that, she doesn't even want to be in the house with her kid. She wants children, but she doesn't really want to be a stay-at-home mom. She's a modern woman. She wants babysitters. She wants somebody that's going to live in the house and take care of the child while she continues to be able to go out into the world. She does not want tradition. She wants to blend tradition with modernization. The only reason why she said she would save her kid over her husband is because most men are not going to want a single mother. So, like, put it in perspective. She's already high maintenance. She's high maintenance. She requires a lot. And you have a child. But you don't even want to be at home. You want to be a businesswoman and you want to throw your kid to the maid and the house cleaner, and you want them to pretty much raise them. And you want your guy to pretty much do everything around the house and then some. She's not about to be stuck with a kid that she has no choice but to take care of herself. And the odds of finding another rich, wealthy guy is not just going to come along and take care of her and her kid and do what the husband was going to do. To me, that's the only reason why she said what she said. Selfish. But see, the way that she drew up this whole conversation, she made it sound as if she's being noble or she's being scripturally available, and that like she has all of these standards. She's been very vague about what she's really trying to say. You got to be able to read in between the lines of this shit. The whole like I'm saying, like show me. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my brothers at the church. I know one of them can help me out here. I'm gonna ask about that. I need scripture. You need to show me where it says that in the events of a life or death situation with the husband and the kid, you shoot. I understand God, man, woman, child. I understand that. This is something different. I agree. But I don't really buy what she's talking about. I think that's bullshit. I think she's just saying it to spark arguments, to generate revenue, to get people to clickbait. I ain't sold on it. And I think she's grifting. And I think she's just saying that because it sounds good to whoever decides to court and vet her. Remember, image is everything. Her potential husband is a rich dude. You know that. Her eyes is locked in on somebody who is rich. So her having the type of platform she got, she know rich people, wealthy people are watching her. So she's going to say things that's going to probably appeal to that type of dude. She's the way that Sarah addresses topics. She wants to confuse the fuck out of women, but she also wants to make men feel like she's on their side too. If anybody outside of pearly things is a grifter, Sarah is definitely a big ass grifter. So she fakes make women feel like she's holding them accountable, but she also, in the same conversations, will make women feel like never settle, but also makes you feel like you should be okay with settling. I know this shit sounds confusing. It's not. All you got to do is listen to them talk long enough. Listen to them talk long enough. They tell on themselves. Social engineering. Yep, we did a whole show on that too, bro. Whole show on that too. Now I'm gonna go to this next clip. I think this is the last one I got. And I'm gonna conclude my thoughts with this one. This is Shira, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, this isn't her. This is another Sarah clip. Hold up. Let me back up real quick. Because I want to make sure I get all these off. Let's get all of these off. So you know how it looked like when you're getting on YouTube and Facebook and Reels and you're seeing these people talk and you think that they saying shit out of the best interest of your heart. No. They're being very manipulative. They're blending in two different ideologies into one discussion so that they can connect to multiple audiences at once. It is absolutely a stage. Make sure I unmute this.
What's crazy though?
That's crazy.
Those women that care and watch how much money you spend and how much money you spending on them, they don't like you. Because a woman that likes you don't want you to spend all your money because she's mindful of the union and the partnership that y'all are building.
There it is.
If that woman is like, oh, like women that are like, oh, I need to get my hair and my nails done. Why is your hair and your nails not already done? This should be a lifestyle. Like if you literally, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, because I have an appointment from here. I'm going to get my hair done. It's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I have my hair appointment. I have zero expectation for a man to be like, oh, here you go. You got to, no. Now, if it happens, I love that for me, but it's not an expectation because it doesn't need to be. So I personally feel like us ladies, we got to get it together because it's that standard that's making men think that the transaction is okay. We hold the standard. It's all up to us at the end of the day as women, and we got to stop being so doggone cheap.
Because we see the clips of like, oh, what you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me?
And then women will be like, well, I took my time to get ready. That man has time too. He took time out of his day to make sure that he prepared something. Hopefully he put some effort in. It's not just going to a thing, but this is another thing too, for the ladies that are listening. We got to be mindful that men with money, I'm doing air quotes right now, men with money or real men with money, a lot of the times what they're doing is just what they do. You are not special. So someone may think, oh my God, he flew me on a jet, or oh my God, he flew me first class, or oh my God, we went to this 5-star restaurant. Baby, that's what he does. You are not special. You insert girl here at this point, So I feel like we got to get really clear on what does each side have to offer. Are you looking for a dating experience, which is fine, or are you looking for partnership in life? You want to know what's crazy?
Yeah, you can't make this shit up.
Sensational.
Remember what I said a few minutes ago? How they will play both sides of the fence. Literally. Play both sides of the fence. So right here, she is giving you the impression that she's holding women accountable while also taking the side of the man. She's playing tug of war. Y'all, you motherfuckers will think that she's on your side. No, the fuck she not. She ain't on your side. She ain't on her side. She ain't on his side, my nigga. She is trying to make herself look available and good to the person that she wants to lock down. She's selling herself for the highest bidder for herself. Like real talk. She know her millionaire husband is somewhere out there looking at her, watching her. So she gotta make this shit look good. The women are either gonna be mad at her one day or be on her side the next. Because one day she gonna tell y'all unrealistic. You doing too much. You ask for too much. You need to settle down and humble yourself. And then the next conversation she has, she gonna tell you never settle. Never settle for anything under $100,000. Never do this. Never do that. Never. She's one of the worst. One of the worst to listen to. This Western modern shit, bro, is for the birds. It's really for the birds. That whole modern thinking, I'm not with it. Because we gonna be constantly going back and forth, bumping heads. Now, I will say, I agree with what she was talking about here, but just because I agree, that don't mean that I trust her. She's taking talking points. She's stealing Kevin Samuels shit. She's stealing talking points from other psychologists. She's taking these thinking pieces from various sources and then she's putting them together in a collage of her own thought to make it. You can tell when people are fucking plagiarizing. Most of these people that y'all be listening to, they're plagiarists. Real talk. Try the spirit by the spirit. You want a good woman? Try the spirit by the spirit. You want a good man? Try the spirit by the spirit. Stop thinking with your body. Try the spirit by the spirit. Then you will know without a shadow of a doubt if this is for you or not. Or you can continue to listen to people like this who are basically telling you everything that you want to hear so that you stay locked into their channel, stay subscribed, stay on their Patreon, continue to book sessions. Sadia Khan just scammed a lot of y'all. A lot of people out here don't give a fuck about you. How many people you know are going to be completely unbiased across the board, whether or not you like what they say or not? Not many. I don't sound like nobody. I don't sound like not one of these people. I sound like me. I talk like me. Whether or not you agree or disagree, this is what you get. Sarah is full of shit, man. She's trying to find her husband. She's not settling until she finds the one that's going to deal with her modern thinking. She didn't. Let me go to this last one. Let me go to this last one. Hold up. This one right here. This lovely young lady goes by Shira 7. Ladies, you can listen to these people all you want. Listen to them all you want. And you're going to find out the hard way that the men in your life, that the ones that were in the comment section that kept on telling you this ain't it, you're going to find out the hard way that these people right here, they don't really fuck with you like you think they do. Oh, you're my hero. Oh, I need to book a session. I missed your live. I missed this. I missed that. He's going to be a rich dummy. Sarah wants the man to take care of her. She wants to be a part-time wife with full-time benefits. Sorry. It is what it is.
What?
She's not authentic.
What?
She does skits for fucking sake.
What?
She's an actor.
What?
I don't believe not a single one of you. It's hard for me to trust a single fucking woman out here. I try the spirit by the spirit. Your actions and how you move. I don't give a fuck what you say out your mouth. I still fuck you and don't give a shit about you. Because y'all be lying like shit. Y'all be on some bull. You say what you think a person want to hear, just like dudes. And then you be on some like, nah. A lot of the women that are posting reels and shorts on social media, Instagram, they're doing the same thing that Sarah and the rest of them are doing. They don't really care. The small few that do care, shout out to them though. I would like to see more of them get success. But let's get to this last clip, this very last one. All of them give vain and perplexing perspectives, but this one right here, she's just blunt with this.
You stupid. Because I told you, date rich in 2025. If they're not rich, if they're not providing, if they're not generous, you don't go out with them. You don't even have a phone conversation with them. Leave them in the dust where they belong. Okay? Don't waste any more time and energy on dust. That is the advice I would give to anyone. Get a man's money and start a business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find a man who wants to give you money, stash it, save it, invest in yourself, start a business, and grow your money. Have fun leveling up and becoming independent. But even if you're in a relationship with a grown, able-bodied man, he's supposed to be paying all the bills. Okay? Don't become independent to become Barbara the Builder. Don't become independent to become a Pygmesia. Become independent to find a man who's going to still be a provider. If you can't understand that assignment, then I don't know what to tell you. You said, what if they're way too old and ugly? Well, then wait until you're mature enough to go get old and ugly and make it work for you. Okay. Don't.
Just look, man. Hey, for the women out there that be getting upset and crashing out and defensive, why are you getting so defensive? Yes, everybody wants protection. Everybody wants to feel secure. Everybody wants to feel safe. The women that you are listening to, they are using you to maintain their lifestyle. They do not care about your happiness. Do you want to know how I know that these right here don't give a shit about anybody but themselves? Did any one of these women speak about allowing God to use them and prepare them for the type of man they want? I'm gonna close out with something. I got something for y'all. Hold on a minute. This right here is a woman who gives a shit about women. I'm about to show you what it looked like when a woman gives a shit about a woman. A woman who's actually trying to instill some real stuff to you, and she's not pandering, and she's not trying to gain subscribers, and she's not trying to pick side. This is what that looked like. This is not pandering. This isn't grifting. Hold on a minute. I'm going to find it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to find it. Wait a minute. Shira 7 basically said, fuck anybody who makes below X amount of dollars. They don't have what it takes to take care of you. They don't have what it takes to love you and make sure that you are good, that you are comfortable, that your family is in good standings. Hold on a second. This one right here, let me pull this one up on the big screen for y'all. This is how I'm going to know who is who. This is how you know who really wants truth and who really wants healing, who wants to be healthy versus people who want to be delusional and want to follow after motherfuckers that think they are bigger and better than life. This is how you know when somebody love and care about you versus someone who is just trying to profit off of you. Let me bring this up on the screen real quick. sure I'm muted.
Know how to build them up. One that encourages them, that speaks life into them, that respects them when y'all are married, submits to them. You always talk about the standard of what we want out of a man, but what are we called to be as women? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. See, the thing I don't think we talk about enough is the character that we're called to be before we meet the man. Because we don't want to do the work beforehand, to deal with the daddy issues beforehand, when we meet our man, that's when you want to unload your trauma. Now, everything he says triggers you. Now, every time he tries to correct you or to lead you or to guide you or to love you, it triggers you. As women of God, we're called for better than that. Like, called to be the kind of woman who send good morning scriptures, not cuss him out. World paints toxic relationships as being this cute thing, that chaos is cute. It's not. It is not cute that you don't know how to control your emotions. It is not cute that you're blaming him for every way that your father failed you. There has to come a point where we're so honest with ourselves, and I say ourselves because once upon a time I was part of it. I wouldn't speak if I wasn't speaking from experience. We need us as women, us, to understand that God is what makes us whole. That man is not what completes you. That man is not what makes you worth it. That your worth comes simply from who God has called you to be. And you carry yourself in the light of that truth. Half of the problem with women is that we don't know how to accept healthy love because we only understand toxic. We take these men who are honestly trying to move forward, and we break them apart because we see all of their faults. God never allows you to see the fault in something so that you can go break it even more. It's so that you can understand that God has the capacity to build him up. He lets you see where he struggles so you know how to cover him in prayer. I am not saying this for the scrub that you can't seem to leave alone. Do not hear what I am not saying. Yes, you. In guarding your heart correctly, that's why you don't give permanent access to temporary people. If there is not a ring on it, stop sleeping with them. It gives you the capacity to see on both sides, from men and women, what is your character like? What is your submission to God look like? What does your relationship with God carry out? What is the fruit of your labor? You don't have such a defense where you're looking at them to tear them down. You're looking at the faults in them. That's not how God called us to look at each other. You look at each other as man. How do I pray for you? How do I build you? How do I lift you up? How do I encourage you? How do I respect you as a man? For the man that I'm talking to right now, you're not crazy for wanting somebody to build you up. You're not crazy for not wanting to argue or to not want to go back and forth because she's refusing to face her trauma. In that, what I'm saying is that both characters have to be in their own firm relationship with God, or you guys are going to always continually expect each other to be God, and you're never going to feel enough, and you're never going to be filled at the same time.
How is that pipe bomb for you? Ladies, did you hear the message? Did you hear what she had to say? Am I coming in clear? Can you hear me? Y'all want real talk? Y'all really want to have these conversations? You really want your husband? You really want that life? Okay. Let's really test that theory out. Let's really see if you really are about what you're talking about, or it's just bullshit. Because as far as I'm concerned, the people that you're listening to, yeah, that's not it. That's not going to cut it at all. And yeah, I know it bothers you. It really triggers you to hear that the world doesn't revolve around you. I know it bothers you to know that, yeah, you do have to put some level of effort into the people that you are requiring to enter into your life. Yes, you too have to do the work. It's kind of strange that that's even a conversation. But fortunately, I'm here to provide you with real talk and accountability. I have one more clip that I'm going to play to close out the show. Like it or love it. This is what y'all need to be listening to. With that being said, let me bring this one up on the screen real quick. It just hit me. Maybe women like this are trained this way just to hit licks on the rich. Almost not somebody name. It's I think a lot of this shit is programmed to be like that. Most definitely. If you look at all of these athletes that are unhappy, miserable, if you look at all of these actors that are unhappy and miserable, if you look at the divorce rate, yeah, I absolutely believe that. You've been here from pretty much the beginning of the stream, so you've seen contrasting viewpoints from various women on how you're supposed to operate and move within this dating market. This last woman that I just posted, did she sound like Sarah? Did she sound like Shira 7? Did she sound like the other woman that I pulled up here? She don't sound like none of them. And what's crazy to me is the woman that I just played here, y'all will attack her, but you got all the praise for the other one. But y'all don't see why y'all shit be all fucked up. Why your side chicks? Why you can't keep the man in the house? Why your view of what a good guy looks like is all messed up? Well, I got something for you. And this is how I'm going to close out the show for this morning. Hold on a minute.
Okay, here's the myth. You're not going to like it, but here's the myth. God is preparing a man for you. Incorrect. Biblically speaking, the Bible says that God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. I'm going to let you sit on that for a couple seconds. God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. So the one God is preparing is you. You have to understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing the man to do what God has called him to do, you make it all about you. And you want the man to make you his God. It was never planned that way. As a woman, you need to align with your man, and both of you need to serve God, because that is what God ordained, for man and woman to join together and serve God.
I know. A lot of y'all don't like that. A lot of you don't like that shit. Y'all want to be God. That's what it come down to. Y'all want to be idled and worshiped. Y'all don't really want God in your life like that. And that's the ultimate problem here. That's exactly why you're looking to everybody else but the one who gave you life. Because the one that gave you life gave a certain subset of rules and regulations that would guide you to the places that you want to go, but that's not what you want to live. So you're pretty much out here doing what the hell you want, and you're searching for other avenues to observe and venture off into that will permit you to do what the fuck you want. Which is why Sarah and the rest of them have made a killing off of lying to you. Shout out to everybody who pulled up this morning. Chef, salute to you, sir. We will be back later on tonight. Make sure y'all tap in, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm about to get back in this laboratory, wreak some havoc on Threads. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. See you later on this evening. Your digs. Oh, do me a solid before you go, if you don't mind.
Push the goddamn button back.
Peace.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close I hide, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed.